Hi guys, Darren here and welcome to Darren's Travelling Corner. Now today you've joined me at Havant bus station where I'm just going to get a 37 because what we plan to do in this video is I plan to go up to Winchester to see which is the faster approach between getting me here and Winchester. Now, you might think at this point, if I'm going to reveal the information as to what you do to get to each place. So, on the way up, I plan to go via Petersfield, hence why I'm in bus stop A, waiting for a 37. And I'm going to come back via Fareham. In this case, you might be thinking, well, there might be some unfair advantages with that, because of the number of buses the number of buses each trip's needed. So if you go up via Petersfield, you only need the 2 buses, whereas if you go via Fareham, I would certainly need 3. Now, interestingly enough, there's something else that you can do with the 3 buses going back. If you go back via Fareham. And I'll explain more about that later on in this video. So join me back in a bit as I get myself prepared, and I will see you on the 37. There's going to be several segments along the way because I've never done a video of this on the 37 before, and I want to be able to take you on the ride with me. So you've just joined me at the back of the 37, I'm just leaving Havant, and I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to this. I haven't been on the complete route of this bus for ages, and it's just nice to get myself back up to Petersfield. We get to go on different bits along the way, so I will, on this bus, show you what bits around Waterlooville. Well, sat at the back of the bus because at the moment we are 8 minutes behind schedule, and we have normally, it would have been a 19-minute connection between the 37 and the 67 when at Petersfield. So we've just got to factor that into account as well. Can't really risk to miss this bus, because if I do, I'm waiting 3 hours for another one. But we can only see what happens. And with that being said, we will see you very shortly as we arrive into Waterlooville. And we're back. Welcome to Waterlooville, and this is one of the first legs on the 37 to Petersfield. Thank you for completing my sentence for me, Rick. I couldn't have timed that more perfectly. That was brilliant. So we're just to Waterlooville at the moment, on the first of the legs of this 37. We're going to go through Horndon and then Clanfield, and then we'll end up in Petersfield. I don't know how far behind we are, but when we left Havant, we were about 9 minutes behind schedule. Hopefully we're able to make up for some time, because as I mentioned earlier, if I miss my connecting bus, I have to wait 3 hours for another one. Yeah, no, I don't want that to happen. I've never had to wait 3 hours for a bus before, and to be perfectly honest, I don't really want to either. But any delays that happens is out of the driver's control, so I can't really grumble about that. But we're just about on the move as we go up towards Cowplain. Cowplain's the next one on the list, but the next place I'm going to take you through when we get there is Clanfield, because that's where there's a couple of ticket zone boundary stops. Join me back, I'll see you there very shortly. Hello back and welcome to Clanfield. So this is the second part of the journey where we find ourselves still at the back of the 37 to Petersfield.
37 to Petersfield.
It's happened again. And we're just making our way now to the third leg of the stop, which is Petersfield itself. Now there is a couple of boundary stops here. So one of them's from Waterlooville and Green Lane is the Southampton one. But as we carry on, because I think it's there that then takes us on to the motorway to Petersfield, because 37 is one of the very few buses that go along the motorway. The only other one I think of that does is the 700, but that's another matter. I've not been down this part for a while. I haven't been down this part for ages, so you get to see everything in full view. And then we got just seeing another 37 going back to Havant. That's where I started this video actually. We getting diverted. But we come across many roadworks as well. So I'm confident that we've sort of made up for lost time. We're about 20 minutes away, 20-25 minutes away from Petersfield. But we'll see you there. And we get to see the next bus in action as well. This is going to be a fun journey and I'm very excited to take you all with me. We're back and you've just joined us in Petersfield. Now, unfortunately, it's just started raining and I'm just looking at just getting wet. I've just noticed also that the bus I've just got off has now become 38. That is really rather interesting. So we just stood outside Petersfield station. We've got 15 minutes, 17 minutes, something along those lines. And we just see what the trains are doing. You can see what the trains are doing, and we're just going to wait for a 67. That journey took about 75-ish minutes, and that was the bus I just got off at. That's going to Alton. That was a 37. So I sense at this point that if you're careful enough, that could have been a guaranteed connection, because then that turned into a 38. I think actually I've busted my charger, and that's the one. That's not the one that charges my phone. I'll fix that in a bit. But join me back in a bit as I take you onto the 67 and we make our way into Winchester. Same deal applies as it did on the 37. I will show you some bits because I'd just be thrilled to take you on this journey with me. Welcome back, and just join me now at the back of the 67. We are actually 10 minutes behind schedule, most likely because of roadworks in the Petersfield area, where we did get tangled up with some on 37 as well. Now, although just passing Petersfield railway station, and this time we're going up, whereas normally with the other buses at the 37 we'd end up going down. But I think the 67's the only one that comes up here, because we're making our way to Winchester now. 37 usually takes all but 78 minutes to get to Petersfield from Havant. Now, we left Havant 9 minutes behind schedule in the end. So we got there in 69 minutes, just a little over an hour. And this one takes about 69 minutes as well, depending on whether we can make up for lost time. And it's just, I've enjoyed this journey so far. I didn't think I was going to undertake it, because if I'd missed this bus, it's a 3-hour wait for another one. But I think I've managed to time this well. So much for my planning skills. And here we are. We just come back on ourselves and look at this. Just found another entrance to the motorway, which the 37 goes down as it makes its way here from Havant, and then obviously it'll go back along the motorway again as it goes back to Havant. But what we're going to do after that is we're going to have a look around Winchester for a bit, see if I can put my phone on charge, so I'm going to need some drinks. And then what I'll do is I'll then start the 3-route journey back. But what I will do is give you the final count of how long this bus journey took, assuming that there were no delays. So we had 78 minutes, we would have had 78 minutes for the 37, 69 minutes for this one, and then there's that as well. But you can also, from Petersfield, get the 54 to Winchester. You've got 4 buses in the 90s, and you've got, as well as the 37 and the 38, you've also got a 71 there as well, which I'm pleasantly surprised about. But there we are. Shows how long it's been since I've come to Petersfield, particularly on a bus. But join me back in a bit as I take you through the area of Alresford. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. And I'm back. And I know I said I was going to wait until I took you through Alresford, but you've got to take a look at this. I mean, look out the window. I mean, this is just beautiful. Now, I sure enough to go on a journey down the lazy countryside. It's just, the air is inviting, it's refreshing, and a nice journey along the 67 has definitely provided me with that opportunity just to explore the countryside. And we've got so many of them here in the UK. It's just totally, I'm in love with this place. I love it. It allows me to bring my nature side out. And just look at this place. The buildings are quaint as well. And I absolutely love it. But we've just left the countryside bit now, and we're just making our way, making steady progress to Winchester. But I have to say, I really enjoyed that, and yeah, I just couldn't get over that. Look at this. Just field of cows there. They're going to be going off to watch the movies later. What should I say? They're going to be going off to the cinema later to watch the latest movie. anyway, that aside, this is just amazing what you find here. Now there are particular roads in the countryside where they're narrow roads where you can only get one row of vehicles down there at a time. And when you get one going one direction, you've got a vehicle coming the other way, it can become a bit of a tight squeeze. And it's to be expected here. But we're on a dual road now, so it's not too bad. But at least, I say we're making steady progress, but I'm really enjoying myself here at the moment. And I'm just glad to be taking you on this journey with me. But join me back in a bit as I will take you into and around the area of Oxford. Can't wait to see you there, guys. And I'm back, and we're just making our way through Oxford now. It's just a brief moment for me at this point because during this journey I've nodded off a few times, so I've kind of missed out on some areas. Actually, we've just come out of Oxford now. But if we had gone right, that would have taken you to the town centre that was there. There's a Cresta bus I can see. This bus route was managed by another company before Stagecoach took it over. That was really interesting. I think we've made up for the 10 minutes. So at this point I would have said the 69 minutes would then become 59 minutes, as we made up for the 10 minutes that we lost at the beginning of the journey. I've really enjoyed this trip so far, this challenge if you will. And what I'll do at this point is when we get into Winchester, I will tell you how long it took exactly, and that's with the delays because we had to make up for lost time. So join me in Winchester, and I very much look forward to seeing you there. And I'm back. And welcome back to Winchester. I think this is the first time I've brought you here on this channel that I mine. So welcome to Winchester. For the first time you've joined us, Darren's Corner. I absolutely love this place. I've many happy memories of come this way since, particularly back at primary school when we did a Christmas play here, and I remember my school folks, I did a little drawing once and it featured on the front cover, and we're just going to have a look around some shops shortly. I won't be able to buy anything, but doesn't mean I can't have a look. I'm just excited just to be here, and I'm glad to be able to take you along with me as well. What we're going to do after this, so I'm going to be here for about an hour, and then we'll get on the 69 and we'll take you to Fareham. Now the whole journey itself, while I've got you here, it would have been 78 minutes on the 37, 69 minutes for the 67, and it would have been, the whole journey would have been 2 hours and 27 minutes. So let's see what the 3-bus journey would do and how that would fare, and to see if it's going to be quicker than a 2-bus journey. That'd be the one thing that I'd be excited to find out. Join me back in a bit as we get you on the 69 going to Fareham. And I'm back, and welcome back to Winchester bus station. Now, we just had a bit of a look around. I had a couple of pasties while I was just waiting for the next bus. One of them was really dry, but that's that's a different matter altogether. So just a bus stop here, waiting for a 69. We're going to be at the start of the 3 bus journey, because we did the 2 bus on the way up. So we did the 37 and then the 67, and now we're going to do the 3 bus journey on the way back. So it's just the 69 to Fareham, then we get a 3 into Cosham, and then we'll get a 23 back home. There's a fun maths equation involved because you've then got the 3 buses. So 69, 23 and a 3. Well, what does 23 times 3 make? And you'll see exactly what I'm on about. We have a work of that, then you'll see what I mean. It's interesting, this journey that I've undertaken so far. This bus station has had a makeover, and it's very interesting because the buses used to come in that side. Now they go through and out. So they used to go in the opposite direction. So they used to go in this way and then out. And now they're going in this way and they're going out that way. It's an interesting way this bus station has been organised. It's been like this for a while, mind you. It's been as equal as a while since I've last come here to Winchester. But drop me back in a bit and I'll take you on the 69 going back to Fareham. Can't wait to see you there. And welcome back. You've just joined me at the back of the 69 bus coming out of the Winchester bus station. We're just making our way into Fareham. So we're looking at about an hour and a half on this bus. We're going to be going through Bishop's Waltham Chase, which we'll definitely look at going through Bishop's Waltham, and we've also got another one where we do Wickham. So we'll definitely show you those areas. But also we are going down a different route. I don't think I've been down this part before with any bus. It's something different. Oh, that makes sense, because we then go back over the 69 bus stops over there. Yeah, that's interesting. This comes to show how long it's been since I've travelled to and from Winchester on the buses. I'm definitely a bit out of touch on that, if you will. And we've also got the text-to-speach of Daniel on this bus as well, which is something I haven't heard for ages, since we have Rick Jackson doing our next stop announcements in the Portsmouth area. So you'll get to see what it sounds like, and then I will call a break and I'll see you at Bishop's Waltham. I've enjoyed this journey so far, and it's been even more exciting that I got to take you with me on here. It is
Jerry Street.
I think the text-to-speech of Daniel's been mispronouncing stuff. He definitely mispronounced Fareham. Fareham. I think that's how he said it. But yeah, he definitely mispronounced Fareham. But join me back in a bit and I will see you in Bishop's Waltham. Can't wait to see you there, guys. It's going to be brilliant. And I'm back, and welcome to Bishop's Waltham. We're just at the back again. We're at the back of the 69. We're on the onward journey to Fareham. We're at the back of the bus on the upward and onward journey to Fareham. Did you know, actually, at one point that Bishop's Waltham used to have a railway station? Yeah, it took even me by surprise when I first read it. When I first read about it, that it was on one of the lines that branched off from Fareham, and it was just wasn't that many stations on the line. It closed a very long time ago, back in the mid 20th century. Or something along those lines. It didn't last that long. I was just interested to see how it all came about. So I like that sort of stuff. I love looking up trains and different bits of history behind the railway network. So we're just coming round, so we're going to go back on ourselves. I'm just wondering actually, because the buses have a bit of a time going up that hill, so I'm thinking along the lines of just trying to remember whether or not this bus has been rerouted. For all you know, it might have. If we go right round on the roundabout, it wouldn't have been rerouted, but if you go that way, it does. Just see that letters spell out P. Oh my goodness, that is brilliant. Oh, that's hilarious. Anyway, join me back in a bit, and I will see you in Wickham. Can't wait to see you there, guys. And I'm back, and welcome to Wickham. And this is what we're looking at the moment. It looks rather interesting what you see here, particularly what I see here. Also, Wickham used to have a railway station as well. It's a bit further on down the road, but it's much more noticeable when you get to it. When you eventually get there. So we're not too far from Fareham now, and what we do after that is I'm just gonna stop off and have something to eat. But we are 65 minutes into the journey, because I boarded this bus at...
Due to leave it for another 3 or 4 minutes, alright? 3 or 4 minutes until we go again.
Thank you.
We're 65 minutes into the journey, we're a bit ahead of schedule, and I tell you what, this is just, I've really enjoyed it, every single moment of it. If you wanted to, just as a bit of an extra, you could actually turn this 3 bus journey into a 4 bus journey. Come off here at Wickham, because you then get a 20 that then takes you into Fareham as well. It's a longer approach, mind you, but it would have been a good way to go about it if you want to have a look around another village. I will take you around that village at some point. It's quite a nice village. Join me back in a bit, and I will see you in Fareham. Looking forward to it, guys. Join me there. And I'm back. And we're just at the back of the 3 now, coming out of Fareham. Now, I would have shown you something around, I was just showing you around some of the areas of Fareham just before I went off and had something to eat. It was raining, and unfortunately I didn't have an umbrella, so it wouldn't have been too much of a good idea for me to do that. And also I needed to get something to eat as well. So I managed to get myself a GDK, which I really enjoyed. And I tell you what, I'm just looking forward to just making my way back home now. That journey took about 80 minutes on the 69 coming here from Winchester. And I tell you what, now that I come to think about it, it's not going to really make that much of a difference, because this is about 40 minutes and then you've got another 20 odd, another 15, 20 minutes on the 23. And then with that in mind, I haven't taken into account any waiting time that I had in any of the places, and it's just definitely something that you just, when you're only factoring in the travel time, you need to take everything into account. So come to think about it, so I've got the bus this morning at 10:15, although it was about 5 minutes late, and then we were stuck in Havant for a bit as well. We definitely made up for lost time. Then I got on the 67 and we arrived into Winchester. We left Winchester 10 minutes behind schedule, and then we arrived there 10 minutes behind as well. We then got the 69, which then left on time, and I think it arrived on time. I got off at Key Street. I didn't go all the way to the bus station because there was only one more stop, and then I carried on, and then we're now on the 3, going to change at Cosham, and then we're going to go on the 23 to go back home. And we're back, and welcome back to Cosham. So we just boarded the 23, just making our way out of Cosham, just making my way back home now. And I just thought, but while we're doing that I'll give you the statistics as to how long this journey actually took. So with that being said, remembering what I said earlier, the 2-bus journey, which was the 37 and then the 67, that took me 2 hours and 27 minutes. Now the 3-bus journey that we're on at the moment, the 3-bus journey, how long would that necessarily take? Well, it depends. So if you only run to Cosham, because the first bus at 69 took me 80 minutes to get from Winchester to Fareham, as I mentioned a few times. So that was set solid. That was a whole 80 minutes there from Winchester to Fareham. And the other 2 buses, but it depends on what you do. So if you only change at Cosham and then you go to Havant from Cosham, it would take you about, because it's about 40 minutes between Fareham and Cosham, and then you're looking at about another 20 minutes from Cosham to Havant. And that would mean that the 3-bus journey would beat the 2-bus journey by about 7 minutes, because it's 2 hours and 20 minutes. And it's that. But then if you decide to go end to end, so we've got the bus from Fareham all the way down to Southsea, and then got 23 from there to Havant, you're looking at an extra 1 hour and 50 minutes added to that journey, because it's about an hour, give or take, to go between Fareham and Southsea, and it's another 50 minutes to go between Southsea and Havant. I think it's safe to say it's more like 70 minutes between Fareham and Southsea. So we're looking at that point an extra 2 hours added to that journey, so you're looking at a grand total of 4 hours and 20 minutes. And that would 3 hours and 20 minutes, even 3 hours and 20 minutes, and therefore the 2 bus journey would be the 3 bus journey by 53 minutes. Now, because I did it end to end from Havant to Winchester when I went via Petersfield, it's only safe to assume, it's only fair even to assume, that I did it end to end in this case as well. But I'd have to look at it end to end at that point, so it gives you the grand total time of 3 hours and 20 minutes. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.